Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel, the Overflow Life with Dr. Okay. Happy New Year. I think that's the right thing to say to start off. Happy New Year. And how did your 2024 end? Did it end with clarity? Did it end with clarity? What were the goals you set for yourself, if you had any? Were those goals met? What went wrong? What did you do right? For the month of December, we did gratitude, Thanksgiving, and just thanking God for different things that happened in our life. And we were always poured up a circle of Thanksgiving, looking at the things that happened in our life. So, definitely, there are some things you're grateful for that happened in your life. But of course, there are some things that didn't go well. So, in this video, which is the first video, I'm doing this now, 2nd of January. So, it's the first video for the year. I want us to look at how we ended 2024. So the question I'm posing to you is, did you end with clarity, in the sense that the year that ended, was it a perfect ending for you, or it had some hiccups that you wish were not there? It's just time for you to pause. It's still early, for you to pause and look at 2024. What exactly went right? What exactly didn't go right? So if you can pause and just look at your activities in different areas. If you're a mom, what did you do well? What didn't you do well? And if you can stop and look at that, even in your career, your growth path, the things you did, what didn't you do well, then you can. If you have a process that doesn't have feedback, there can't be growth. There has to be feedback for you to have growth. Because if you have feedback, you look at it and see what didn't go well, then you can now work on that. So I will say this, that what you can do for you to have 2025 a better year, for you to be an improvement on what you did in 2024, because your path is supposed to shine brighter and brighter. So if you're growing, you should improve on the things that you're doing. So the first thing that you're going to do is to pause, sit down, and reflect on your activities for 2024. If you reflect on them, you find out that there are things that you have to make shift to and adjust for you to do better in 2025. And in sitting down and taking a moment to look at that, thinking about the highs and the lows and things that happened, it may be or it may be okay. It should be. You should do that, because we're going to journal a lot in 2025. Because I found out that journaling kind of help you put your thoughts together, and you're able to refer to them, and it makes life a lot easier for you. So you're going to grab your notes and then just jot down, what are you proud of that happened in 2024? What are you not so proud of that happened in 2024? What would you want to change in 2020, in 2025? If you have the hand of the clock turned back, what would you do differently in 2024? So if you can take that down and write that, you'll be able to spot patterns. And so if you're able to spot the patterns, then you will know how to handle them. Patterns help us to grow intentionally. And for example, if you notice, for a team, if you have a team and they have regular meetings, so if they meet, they're able to discuss their progress and discuss areas of strength, areas of weakness, what they need to do and do. So if in having meetings, they will be able to find out if there are patterns that they need to cut off, if there are patterns they need to stay. So if you're able to do that with what happened in 2024, it means your 2025 will be better off, because you'll be able to establish certain patterns that you want to stay, so you reinforce them, and the patterns that you don't want to continue, you chop them off, you cut them out. So if you've been able to identify those patterns, the next thing you will do is for you to have an intentional plan. An intentional plan means you're looking at what you would want to achieve for the year and draw plan for you to achieve those plans. How are you going to do that? We're going to talk about a lot of those things, what you can do. But when you spot pattern, then you can say, for this that did not work well, this is the reason, and this that worked well, this is so this stays. The one that worked well will reinforce, it stays. The one that did not work well, what are we going to do? Why did it fail? What can we do differently? You look into that, and you'll be able to draw up a plan on the way forward for you to go. Because if you don't plan, if you don't intentionally plan, it means you have automatically planned to fail, because nothing will just happen. You have to be intentional about the things that you want to do. And 2025 is going to be a big year, because we've been on the path of growth. So there should be some level of growth that you have. If you've been on the Overflow channel long enough, you would have seen that we'll focus on bringing to surface things that can help you live your life better and have overflowing life. And this overflowing life we're talking about will not just happen, because life happens. Yes. And the pressure of life and things life is throwing at you will not allow you to stay on your course. It's just like you being on the traffic you're going, and you have things that are hitting your car left, right, and center. They're just hitting your car and trying to make you detour off the way. So you have to be intentional about your plan. Hold your steering. Very well. You hold your steering and you stay focused on what you want for you to be able to do that. So you will need to draw up a plan how you intend to cope with the weaknesses that you experience in 2024. 2025 will be a beautiful year, but it will not just happen. It will not just happen. So you need to take out time and sit down to me, because you're jotting. You said you should write what went well, write what didn't go well, write what are the patterns that you can say a word didn't go well. Write the patterns of what you succeeded in, what you were able to do well. And if you have all that written down, then you'll be able to draw up a plan intentionally that will help you move your day forward. So as I wrap up, I'm going to close with this. Is supposed to be a welcome video, so it shouldn't be long. Wishing you a happy new year. And looking at this, we're going to say that you're going to take time, just sit down. It could be a day, if you have the luxury of that. Just sit down and just reflect on what your year 2024 was, and plan for 2025. Make sure you write what you want to achieve in 2025, and in that way you'll be able to focus on them and tick them when they are being achieved. But if you don't sit down and do that, then it's going to be it's just like chasing shadow. You're just like someone who is in the river. You're just swimming, and the tide is pushing you here and there, and just going away. That's not what we want for 2025. So we're going to step into 2025 with our heart full of gratitude. We're intentional about the plans that we have for 2025, and we're ready to conquer everything that will face us, because what you don't confront, you cannot conquer. So we're setting our targets, what we want to achieve. Don't be bogus with what your ambition, what you want, but you just be specific about them, what you want. I would want to, for instance, read one book in a month. So even if you're reading 20 minutes every day, you're doing something. If you're reading 10 minutes every day, you're doing something. In that way, you will finish the book. Just keep reading. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes every day, you're reading, you finish. So just put a target to it, what you want to achieve. And I found out that when you're intentional about things, it brings out the best in it, because it gives you room to be creative. It gives you room to adjust what you want to do in it. I saw that happen in December, because we were intentional in my family. We were intentional about the festive season and what we did in that time. It was really a very lovely time. There were things that we had to introduce into, we can do this, we can do this, because we started something. So if you're not doing anything, there will be no room for growth. There will be no room for you to improve on what you're doing. So in 2025, we'll be intentional. We'll draw up our plans, and we'll focus on achieving them. Or if you are not able to achieve what you want, don't beat yourself up. Leave it. Just continue from where you are. If the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, the next best time is right now. So you plant the tree now and make it better. All right, for this year 2025, we'll have our gratitude journal that will be out. So we'll have something to be grateful to God for every single week. Every single week we'll make that available for us. All right, this is not meant to be long, is it? It's the first video for the year, So just wishing you happy new year and welcome to 2025. We got in, yay! 2025, here we are. All right, till I come into your space again, this is Dr. Oke of the Overflow Life, wishing you a very happy new year and welcoming you to the year where we will have great possibilities in the things that we do and the things that we aim at to do. We'll achieve our goals, we'll enjoy ourselves, and we'll have overflow life. All right, till I come into your space again. Bye.